Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and I'm joined by our team in Rev Sports, the great Rev Sports team in Paris, Boria Mujumdar, Rohan Chaudhary, and also Trisha Ghoshal. It's been a great day for India so far with PV Sindhu, Sreeja Akula, Lakshya Sen, Lovlina, and Deepika Kumari making to the next round of their respective sports. And of
Swapnil
course, how
also.
can we forget? Yes, Arey, wait, Rohan, my introduction is not finished. And of course, how can we forget? Swapnil Kusale has made history to become the first Indian to qualify for the 50-meter rifle three positions. Boria, over to you first. Where do you even start? Apart from a few losses, it's been win after win today.
This has been the best day for India. This has been the best day for India. Kannan also joins us. This has been the best day for India by far. I mean, uh, it's incredible. I mean, Swapnil, yes, I was a tad disappointed with Aishwari Tomar not making it. Both were in sequence. Both were in sequence at one point in time. Aishwari Tomar was on third, and that four between. See, he scored 190, well, 199 in the second series, which was top notch. In the third, he started with a tenner and then three nines. 406 to 433 three nines. That was what cost Aishwari Tomar. But Swapnil was brilliant right through. And at one point in time, that's how pressure does. Privatsky was 2 points ahead. He lost two, and Swapnil made it this time because of countback. Deepika made it because of countback. So countback today has come to help India. But the high point of the day has to be Lakshya Sen. I think it is his best ever win. And I've watched a lot of Lakshya. I speak to Prakash sir. I spoke to Gopi. We can play that clip. Rohan, if you can give Gargi that clip, what Gopi had said about Jonathan Christie, about Lakshya facing Johnny Christie early. If you can give Gargi that clip, we can play that clip. That was extraordinary. Sreeja Akula on her birthday winning against Zeng was brilliant. And now Deepika Kumari, two matches on the trot. This has been quite a special day for India, Gargi. Very special day. Very, very special day.
Lovlina
Lovlina
also,
against
Boryana.
Lee Kian.
Lovlina also.
Lovlina against Lee Kian is the tough one. she was smooth. But if she takes out Lee Kian, it's a straight way. And by the way, she's lost to Lee Kian quite a few times, including the last one. Having said that, this is the Olympic Games. Last time she took out the Chinese Taipei girl, ranked number 4, and then the medal happened. This time round, can she take out Lee Kian? Is what we have to see.
And in the morning, we were talking about women power. Trisha is also here, and we haven't had a lot of time to speak to each other and to our viewers as well. But today's been such a great day for the Indian women athletes. Come on, PV Sindhu, Deepika Kumari, Lovlina, Sreeja. I mean, great day.
Absolutely, I think women power. I mean, Manu Bhakkar with 2 medals began this, and I think this is pretty much gonna be a women kind of Olympics. But I think yeah, it has been fantastic. And honestly, I'll tell you, A Srija's win was very satisfying, and the other is I'm at the archery venue, and here I think. Honestly, the body language that Deepika had during both the games is what kind of gave the confidence, and also the straight tens that she hit in the 1/32 elimination round is what I think gave her immense confidence, which she carried into the next round. And I mean, yes, it's a long way to go, but I think some fantastic answer. But I would like Boria, I would like to ask Boria that we had spoken to Deepika right after the team event where obviously the women and men both didn't do well, and Deepika spoke about a lot coming back as a I mean, after becoming a mother. In fact, there was a conversation between Deepika and me where I was just saying, because Shormisha was also there, and they were both talking as mothers. And I said, I can't relate to mothers, but I can relate to daughters. And, what happens when mothers generally get busy and all that. And I remember Deepika was asking me, so do you also fight with your mother now? So I was like, yes, of course, you do that. And so you get angry and you don't speak to your mother because my child gets angry and doesn't speak to me. I said, yes, that will only increase with age. She's like, oh my God. And, Boria, that we were constantly being trolled, and Deepika was constantly being trolled. Interesting. It would be interesting to see what people have got to say about Deepika, because apparently she's undeserving. Right now, she's in the top 16.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a question here by
I don't know. I don't have an answer to it because we've come out. I mean, Trisha has come out, Rohan has come out, Kannan has come. All of us are in different parts. This I will find out from the coach and figure this out, because straight after we've come to the live. So don't want to sort of make a guess. But let's go to Kannan on two things. Kannan, in the morning you mentioned Swapnil. I was mentioning Aishwari. You mentioned Swapnil. You wrote about Swapnil. The shooters are on fire. Look at the consistency. Finals galore, and that is what defines a sport, not just medals. Manu final, Ramita final, Arjun final, Swapnil final. That is what defines the progress in Indian shooting. Kanan, over to you on this
No,
one.
no, definitely. Sorry. Firstly, I want to correct. I mean, not a correct, but I want to put it in perspective. Swapnil is the first in 50-meter three position. What Joydeep Karmakar did was in prone. The Olympics program keeps on revising, changing. So this prone, I mean, we've had so many. Gagan used to shoot, two different events. We've had someone like Sanjeev Rajput over there. We've got women also there. But this is very high standard. If you look at it, 30, 35 inner rings he's hitting and he's making it there. I don't know. This is a combination. You have three positions: standing, kneeling, prone. The first one, he was slightly shaky, but prone. The other one, kneeling and all that, it was perfectly fine. And when you go into that arena, I mean, it's very, very challenging. It's intimidating actually. And when you're there, he won his quota in Cairo 2 years ago. And I'm saying this because I spoke to Joydeep, just cross-checking again. So he was the national coach at that time. Now he's, of course, doing commentary on the Olympics. So he said, no, I'm not coaching him, but yes, I have seen him. And then, of course, he's got Deepali as his coach. They've trained at the Bhopal Academy. And from there to come, but the macro point is, so many people coming into final. You will not talk about Rio disaster. You will not talk about Tokyo disaster. You will talk about Manu's 2 medals and, 3-4 people pushing into the final. This is very, very good. And, tomorrow you have the official training day for Manu for the sports pistol event and also for Isha Singh. And then we will see on August 2 and 3, Boria and I are going to watch that. So this is the depth in shooting. This is what they've been preparing for. Everyone said so many trials, so many trials. 2 years they've already qualified. No, this is testing current form. This is testing mental readiness. That is a proof of it. Yes, Aishwari, slightly disappointing, but Swapnil made up for it. It was brilliant.
Absolutely. Abhijit also joins us. But before I go to Rohan and Abhijit, I want to tell you guys something. I was just looking for something in my cupboard, and look what I found. I don't know if it's the universe telling me, giving me signs or something. These are my old rifle shooting pellets.
Wow, wonderful.
These were.
अरे तुम तो बहुत कुछ करते हो भाई, क्रिकेट शूटिंग बढ़िया.
On the right day, Gargi, on the correct and the correct time. Right now is the shooter's time.
Yeah, I think this is a universe assigned. But
That you should
Gargi
get back
for
to shooting.
Ahmedabad 30.
You should get back to this shooting instead of this shooting.
whoa, I'll take up on that advice.
No, she's already promised to meet Jaspal Rana, so he's going to put her into pistol shooting. He said
In
that.
fact, I know Rohan wanted to join Joydeep Mukherjee's coaching academy.
I will.
Listen, hello. You guys have to work for air sports. One fellow joining shooting, one fellow joining something else, one fellow joining tennis. Calm down. There's work to
Ahmedabad
be done.
36, we are coming.
Rohan, where are you?
I'm just hoping to finish this live and then grab something to eat. I've been following Lakshya Sen.
He's
I've been following Lakshya Sen. He did good.
He's been telling me MPC chaliye. Bhook lag raha hai. By the way, Abhijit, you were there. You were there for Swapnil. You were there for Aishwari. Can you give us a sense of the body language, please? Because Swapnil was excellent. I mean, at one point in time, when he was on 395, then he dropped the point. He was down at 12, 13, then coming back to make the final. Give us a sense.
I when I reached Aishwarya has almost done about 40 shots, and then he was not at range. I was surprised, and when I just inquired, and
Swapnil has not Swapnil, sorry, Abhijit has given up on us.
You are in excellent form, Gagi. You have called
Yeah.
Abhijit Swapnil. You started the show on a bright note. Clearly, you are in form like the Indians. Yes, Abhijit, tell us.
She has got the pellets. She's training it at us.
I'm shooting words.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vijit, go on. Sorry.
Yeah. So Aishwarya was on 35th thing. So Swapnil was like in the top 10, 12 always, and I was actually expecting Aishwarya to do better. But as the time has went on, I could see Swapnil slightly making the progress. So I then shifted to the Swapnils, and he was calm and very very excellently. Even he finished his event, and then he came back and he went to the equipment check. He done that, and after once the event was over, I was speaking with him in the mix zone. He said, "Sir, I was not looking at the scores at all. I was just focused on the process." I said, "Then कब पता चला तुमको कि final के लिए?" Sir, वो जब equipment check कर रहे थे सबका हो गया तब दिखा. And I said, "You're not bothered." I said, "No, sir. मैं बस process follow कर रहा था." मैं and I asked him about the medal expectation. He said, "Process अच्छा करूँगा तो medal आ जाएगा." That's what he said. I mean, completely calm and composed, fantastic. But and as soon as his event was completed and he did the equipment check, he went to Aishwarya and they hugged, and he said like I just asked him. He didn't said like what he spoke to to Aishwarya, but he said I just we spoke, and I just said I have to collect my bag and go. So that was good to see. There was a hug between all them. Unfortunately, Aishwarya couldn't reach the finals. And I spoke to his coach as well, Manoj Kumar. And what I really liked about Manoj Kumar, he said, Swapnil has improved a lot in his patience. He said they were training in a Bhopal. There was
Yes.
there was a lot of wind during one session, and Swapnil has completed his event way much before than the other shooters. The others were still in the second. First there is a kneeling, there is a prawn. So other shooters were in prawn, and by this time Swapnil has completed all his 3 positions. So I told his coach Manoj Baka said कि क्या कर रहा है बाकी का सब का तो अच्छा सेकंड चल रहा है विंड है काफी so take your time. Well, he said sometimes मैं उसको डांटता भी हूँ sometimes मैं उसको प्यार से भी समझाता हूँ और पेशेंस हमने बहुत वर्क किया है और आज जब स्वप्निल फाइनल पहुंचा तो मैंने मतलब कोच ने उससे कहा कि स्वप्निल मैंने आज तक आपको इतना अच्छा शूटिंग करते हुए कभी नहीं देखा ये आपका लाइफ का सबसे बेस्ट शूटिंग है एंड ही सेड कि उसका आई विजन आई शार्पनेस बहुत अच्छा है डिसिप्लिन हार्ड वर्किंग है लेकिन आज पेशेंस ने उसको आज फाइनल में पहुंचाया है and he और भी बातें की तो he was saying कि because he's from Pune and I'm also there so हमने मराठी में कुछ बातें की he's saying he's a very big follower of Lord Ganesha there's a temple of Lord Ganesha very famous Dagduset Halwa he said whenever I go to ever in Pune I try to visit the temple I try to go every day and also the coach said me a good point like when we were in Bhopal वहां से उज्जैन ज्यादा दूर भी नहीं है and I just said to Swapnil, Mahakal, हाँ sir, चलो चलते. And before the Paris they even went to the Ujjain. So really liking this thing, how this young generation. I mean, Swapnil is 29, and Manu is also 22, 23, I guess. And she's also talking about spiritual. So this spiritual thing, and Swapnil said, I just love it. It comes from my family, but I love it. So I think this thing, spiritual thing, also adds a lot to the shooters and or the other athletes as well. And we have seen like Manu has taken 2 medals at this Olympics, and Swapnil become the first Indian ever to reach the finals of 50-meter rifle 3 positions. So has been a great Olympic so far, especially for the Indian shooting.
Yeah. Arka here is asking how realistic are Swapnil's chances in the final. Kanan, Rohan, Boria.
No, I think he's got a realistic chance. He's going to start from zero tomorrow. These scores don't matter. He's going to come out and whatever I've heard from Abhijit, whatever I've spoken to 2 of his coaches, those who coached him before and including Deepali, they're very confident. I think he's handled the nerve part very well. So when you handle the nerve part very well and you go into the final, anything can happen. You're obviously going to hit the inner ring, but tomorrow it will be even more tougher, even more harder, because all three positions you have to be there. You cannot mess up, slip on even one position. You have to do well in all, because that's what is going to define your medals, 3 medals. And I think he's ready. And first Olympics, when you come in and then you do it like this, it leaves a huge impression. And I think there's so much of positive energy over there. He's seen that before me also. There have been Babuta has been there. Okay, that is air. But these people, all of them, they're together. They travel together. They were in the trials together. Bhopal. And don't forget, when he came to Paris, the last camp was in Bhopal. They did not train in Europe. And right now, the weather in France is not cool at all. It is warm. So that kind of condition, everything should.
Here it's cool today.
Yes, it is cool today, but he was hot. Let me tell you that. That is the whole story. So
No, in Paris it is boiling. So no debate.
Cool.
It's not
Quite
cool at
better
all.
than yesterday.
Anyway, let me finish. So what I'm saying is, when he enters the final tomorrow, I don't think he will be nervous. What I have seen from today and what I've spoken, and I've also gone through the cards in detail, it is very, very clear. He's focused. How well he does tomorrow, we don't know, because nobody expected that Manu will do well in the final, first day, then again in the team event. But it's an amazing achievement. That is it. And all the best. But sorry, we have not spoken about PV Sindhu, because she began the day.
I just like to add a point on the final. So tomorrow finals is of course a 45 shots, 15 shots each in kneel, prone, and the standing position. But the elimination starts after 40 shots it's been taken. So 15 shots in kneel, 15 shots in pro, and 10 shots in in standing. And after that, the people gets eliminated. That's how it is. So I think, as what Swapnil has said, he's more focused on the process. He's not going to look more into the scores. But if he continues to be in top 3, top 4 consistently, that's where we can say he has a good chance of winning, because we have seen that what happened with Arjun Babuta and Ramita Jindal. The more you're in the first top 4 position, the more you are. If you are lagging, of course, in the 7th, 8th, then the elimination will happen early in the 40th or 41 shot as well. But the way he is shooting, I think, is a good chance of finishing on the podium.
Anyway, I will go back to PV Sindhu. Don't mind, because she began the day, with a win. And I think she was flawless. Everyone's talking about her strength, her smash. But what I saw today was she has learned deception from Prakash Padukone. Some of the shots she was executing, they were deception. Prakash was very well known for deception. Deception even from close to the net, even from mid-court. Obviously she was in blistering pace. Some of the shots she was hitting, the shuttle was landing at the rival's body. That is the kind of thing. I think when you know that one athlete in the morning has set the pace, it sets the tone for the day. You saw Sindhu doing well. So that is the important thing. I think it's very, very important that the Indian athletes keep pushing each other. Everyone is a fan of each other. Nobody is jealous of each other. Each one accepts the other as a role model. This is what is a big lesson for me today, watching all these guys do so well.
I think Manu had said, no, that she is a PV Sindhu fan, Rohan?
Yeah, she's a PV Sindhu fan, Neeraj Chopra fan, both.
Yeah.
PV Sindhu, Neeraj Chopra.
Yeah. Even created a fake profile when people were, putting something
when people were trolling PV Sindhu. That was very sweet of her. And I mean, that is how it works, right? People inspiring each other. I think even yesterday at India House, when we spoke to Ramita and Ela especially, the whole shooting contingent were absolutely all motivated and uplifted by Manu's performance. They were also looking forward to, I think even Sharath and all mentioned that they were looking forward to PV Sindhu, Lakshya Sen and Satvik Chirag's performances. This is something I agree with Kannan. So the best thing I had seen was in Asian Games. Rohan and I had both seen for the different matches. Other sport players would come and attend, for example, PV Sindhu came for someone else's match and they were cheering, sitting there and cheering for the athletes. The whole camaraderie that Kannan sir is talking about is pretty much visible in the Indian contingent, and I think that is also one factor why we have been doing very well in multi sports.
Uh, Rohan, you were there at the Lakshya Sen match, right?
Yeah, I have been following Lakshya Sen and Swapnil Kusale on the phone since morning. Two
Yeah.
of my very favorite athletes.
Okay, Kartikeya Tripathi is asking us, not Boriada, but
Yeah,
I'll.
yeah. I think that was
Fantastic,
one
it was
moment of magic. I don't know how he
fantastic.
managed it. I don't know. Firstly,
Short of
think
the
of the
Olympics.
context. Think of the context. The match is 1918. The match is
Yeah.
1918 game one. The crowd is raucous. Stadium going bonkers. Christie was up 18-16. Lakshya has taken three. Christie from here just pushes it to the back corner of the court.
Fantastic. It
Lakshya
was
had missed
fantastic
it.
to watch.
The shuttle had passed him. All of a sudden, from behind him, he manages to get his back, the shuttle and the racket and gets the shot. I think in that micro millisecond, Christie was stunned. And that is when he put it out. 2018, game done, Christie done. I think that was the turning point in that match. Karthike, absolutely correct. That was the commentator. I went and heard that. The commentator called it the Matrix moment. Called
Yeah,
it the Matrix moment and
it's
spoke
all over internet now.
it was how the hell did you do it? I will ask Laksh. I'll ask Laksh when I meet him, but he will be as Trisha and I both know. He will say, "Arey dada, ho gaya" types. He will not even give you one of
He's
those
very
kind of
less
quotes.
spoken.
He's like that. He will say, ho
हाँ
gaya, it
हो
was
गया
done.
हो गया सर मोमेंट में हो गया दादा मोमेंट में हो
He
गया
will he will say something like that. Having said that, to think that he managed to do it in that split second and get the shuttle back, Christie was so shocked. He just put it back. One more from Lakshya and the ball was gone. The shuttle was
Yeah,
out. The match done. I think that was the most electrifying 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds of that encounter for me. The crowd, the madness, the manner, brilliant. And by the way, let's
and
also tell you that Manika will play Hirano. She's won 4-0 against Zhu. So Manika will play Hirano of Japan, world number 8, or rather seeded 8. So she's taken out the 12th seed. Can she take out the 8th seed this afternoon at 5 p.m. Paris time? We also have Nishan Dev coming up late, and we have Tarundeep Rai. We will have archery continuing. What has been a great day for India can be sustained the momentum.
yes, absolutely. And the
Absolutely.
fans also loved the moment.
I mean, I keep thinking about what a comeback he's made from India Open to this now. Incredible, incredible from Lakshya, because me and Kanan actually spoke to him during the India Open before the tournament started, and we asked him, "Do you feel like the underdog heading into this tournament?" And he said yes. So it's clear that
Yeah, Gargi,
That,
he in an
that,
interview
that
to
is
us
a
in April, end of April after qualification, he said I had taken a break because I wasn't winning consistently, and I knew that one win here, one win there will not do the job. I think the turning point for Lakshya Sen was one interaction with Prakash Padukone. Lakshya Sen had beaten Anders Antonsen, I think, and Prakash Padukone and Vimal Kumar, both of them congratulated him. And Prakash sir told him that, yes, you've beaten Anders Antonsen, world number 3, but are you here to beat one top ranked player or are you here to win the tournament? And the penny dropped on Lakshya Sen. And he said, that's when the penny dropped. He said, look, if you have to win one match, you are good enough. If you are here to win the tournament, you have to be physically and mentally better. Because Lakshya drops a few points, you will see all of a sudden he disappears from the game. And
yeah.
that is what Prakash sir and Vimal worked on for the last month and a half on Lakshya. And this is a new Lakshya. Unbelievable. And Gopi, the way he called it, when he said, get Jonathan Christie early on rather than later on, was a masterclass. I tweeted it saying, if you believe in prophecy, this was one prophecy that as a badminton fan, I'll remember forever. The Indian badminton stars are looking good. I want to know from all of you. Question: how are you looking at the Lakshya Sen HS Prannoy clash? Kanan, your time. Kanan's on the phone. Gargi, you tell me. Your time starts now. Lakshya Sen versus HS Prannoy, round of 16.
I am dreading it
Unfortunately,
because unfortunately, it won't be a win-win situation for any Indian fans. It would be a win-lose situation because we, either way, we're seeing one Indian, going out of the tournament, which is we all dread it. But it also, on the other hand, is very fun because they've played each other so much. They know all their weaknesses. They know how to play each other very well. And I think we saw a match anyway. But this is going to be quite interesting. If I'm not wrong, they practice in the same. No, do they practice in the same training center?
No.
No, no,
So,
no, no.
Prannoy is in Hyderabad.
Prannoy is Hyderabad, Lakshya is Bangalore.
Lakshya is Bangalore, but then after he went outside. He was training outside with Prakash and Vimal.
Saarbrücken, Germany.
Yeah, and they were part of Thomas Cup together. They are friends, so all of that is absolutely done. Kanan, your 30 seconds. How are you looking at Lakshya versus Prannoy?
Lakshya is going to win.
Whoa.
He's right, I think, but I won't take a side. Abhijit?
I have to take. I mean, you asked me to call it. I just called it.
Yeah, definitely.
I would take a side. Good that two Indians have reached the quarterfinals, but
they're running into each other.
yeah. That's what. Unfortunate that one of them will make it. Maybe the BWF should do something where the two shuttlers from each other don't face before the finals. That's how the draw should be.
Then,
but I think I agree with
Novak
Kannan.
Djokovic and Rafael Nadal should have been put in other ends, and Nadal should have been given 3 buys.
No, but they're not on the same country.
Quick answer.
Yeah, but I agree with Kannan. Lakshya is on a roll now. He's favorite against Prannoy.
Okay, Rohan.
Yeah, I think Lakshya has a better chance of going farther in the tournament and bringing the medal, considering the recent forms. As you were telling in the morning PTC, 10 mode, Lakshya in the 10 mode. So I think Lakshya has a better chance of winning to the medal. But this clash I would have really enjoyed if this happened in maybe a bronze medal or the final. So that would have been better.
I think after taking Jonathan Christie out, of course, Lakshya will be on in his best mental state as well. And the other thing, I do think Lakshya is the favorite, but with HS Prannoy, you never know. He can come back at any time, and I don't know why, but I'm just going with my gut feeling. I kind of feel that Prannoy will win.
Okay, I'm looking at it very differently. I'm not. Firstly, I will not go to the ground. I mean, I won't go to the stadium. I will tell Gopi, he and I will sit somewhere and have coffee. Second, I actually think it's good. I'll tell you why. Because it actually gets India one step closer to a medal. So one Indian is sure to be in the quarters, which means one step for two cracks. So I don't care who wins, whether Lakshya or Prannoy, we will be one step closer.
So you're going to diplomatic way.
So that is what my sense
So you're going to diplomatic way, Boryada. You are going to diplomatic way.
I don't care who gets it. I want an Indian medal. We are getting one step closer because they are facing each other. So Gopi and I will go to some cafe and sit down. And whoever wins, I will go to the other person and say, boss, wrong call or whatever it is, sign the jersey and give it to Trisha.
That's it. Then I'm done.
What about us?
Tell Kannan. Kannan can get you something signed from Manu. He is there for the final event. After that, Manu will be relaxed. He will be in
I got Manu signed for Tishadi.
उसमें एक पेरा है रोहन.
No, we'll get it. Gargi will get it. Kannan and I will be in Chateau. Tell Kannan will 100% get it. And next year at our conclave, we will 100% try and get Manu. And we'll celebrate her as well. So, not to worry.
Absolutely.
But I really hope Swapnil Kusale gets the medal.
Thanking us for all our coverage. And Jaspal tweeted the tweet. Ramkishanji, Manu's father, wrote to me thanking us for the coverage. And Jaspal tweeted the interview that Kannan and you have taken, Gargi.
That video has gone viral. People are forwarding it to me. I said I didn't do anything. That is Gargi's video. So I told them.
Jaspal being Jaspal, he has tagged the Prime Minister also. So that is Jaspal for you. But he's done that. Good on him.
But I guess our team in Red Sports have to head to more matches. So we'll let them go.
Food.
Bhook lagi hai, bhook.
They
They
be
need fuel. They need fuel to bring us the
By the way,
coverage.
by the way, yesterday, listen, on food, we have to say this. So I came back around 7:30 or 8 o'clock or whatever it was, and Trisha and Shormishta were at India House. These two had a superb meal yesterday. Huh? One had butter chicken or something, and the other had some bilkul
Arey,
Now, me being me, I had my usual dim sum kind of meal. Kannan tells me, and I have got to put this on record. Kannan saw me. He said, "Kya kha rahe ho?" So I said, "No, waiting for Trisha and Shormishta. Let my wife come, फिर देखते हैं." He said, "देखो मुझे ना ये पास्ता पिज्जा विज्जा नहीं चलता है. पास में I found an Indian. तुम बोलो क्या खाओगे मैं तुम्हारे लिए लेके आता हूँ." It was so sweet of him. I said, "नहीं आप जाकर खाइए." But it was terrific. So we found an Indian place close to our hotel, Taj Mahal or something like that. So
Sri
Kannan
Lankan,
frequents that
Sri
one.
Lankan, Sri Lankan with
ताजमहल सैटरडे में
Sri Lankan
ताजमहल
hotel.
सैटरडे
वो
Okay.
ताजमहल
मेरे
जाने
साथ
में कोई
तो
प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आने में प्रॉब्लम होता है.
You can walk.
जावाद भाई को बोलना भेज
we
देंगे.
book an Uber. খাবার যেখানে থাকে. By the way, my high point about food. Yesterday I finished the Satvik Chirag match. I was thrilled, and they played the best. So I come to the media center. I bought one of those chicken wraps which you get there, right? I mean, in those the food stalls, and it was
Yeah.
pretty disappointing. So I was having that chicken wrap with a Coke, and all of a sudden Om Mundra comes to me, and he says, "क्या खा रहे हो?" So I said, "ये chicken wrap खा रहा हूँ." He said, "सोन roll खाओगे?" I jumped from my chair. I said, "सोन roll कहाँ से खाएंगे?" He said, "नागपुर का वो जो सोन roll खाओगे?" I said, "एक नहीं दो खाएंगे, दीजिए ना." So he took out a full box of soan roll and gave me. I polished it. I polished the
The
soan
Son
roll.
Papdi.
Son
Okay.
papdi, yes, the son papdi from Nagpur, and Om Mundra had that, and he had that chanachur. It's just tasted like heaven. So my meal became Coca-Cola, chanachur, son papdi, and chicken wrap. I was on cloud nine.
His two luggage bags. One luggage bag is full of food only, 23
Correct.
kgs.
Correct. He's right. In fact, in Tokyo, for the previous platform that I used to work, we had displayed everything that he
Yes,
had. There were
yes.
23 different items which we had put, and we did a whole story on that. Trisha
Yeah, I
remembers.
had produced that. I remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Omunda is a legend.
Absolutely.
By the way,
But
something I also
sorry.
yeah, I've also found out something. I know Abhijit was complaining about the coffee this morning. Not complaining, but said that a commentator mentioned that the coffee was really bad in the press lounge. The Australians have actually taken their own baristas. Did you guys know that?
Yeah. Everyone,
They
Americans have
do.
brought
They
out
generally
everything.
do.
Americans
Because
have bought
Australia
toilet
has the
papers
best
and
coffee.
come.
What?
Okay.
Americans
Yeah.
have brought toilet rolls also because there's a shortage
They
of
made that.
toilet rolls.
By the way, Gargi Meg Lanning was here. Was here as
Toilets
in
are
not at the archery venue.
disgusting.
Was here in Paris.
Oh wow, that's great. Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
meet her?
She was. She took a picture in the Eiffel Towers. I
Just
think she went for
knock
the
off, huh?
swimming event.
Okay. All right. Well,
But
thank you, everyone.
let's meet
Just
at
to
the
just to say,
MCC. Very hungry.
Rai and just to finish, Rai
Yeah.
and Shreyashi haven't made the finals, so we are
Yeah.
not winning a medal today. Just so you know, so there's no medal. So tomorrow, obviously, we are in line for medals, and our people are starting to progress deep into the competitions, which is terrific news. But you will not officially win a medal today. Just letting you know.
Okay. So on that note, we'll take your leave. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining, for sending in your comments. Keep supporting us like this. Keep liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. And have